I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
On today's episode of Woman Reactions Direct to Fire Force episode 15, The Blacksmith's Dream. First and foremost, I have to say, we got a new opening today and it is a headbanger. It is just so fucking heavy. Honestly, I prefer the original, but I gotta say, the actual art and animation of the intro, I think is just amazing. And I gotta say, we see a lot of familiar faces and a lot of new ones too, as well as a potential battle that if Fire Force is anything like Black Clover, it will eventually come to pass. But let's get into today's episode. It seems we could potentially have a new member, or at least a couple of new members in the 8th. Yes, right off the back, it looks like we are getting a new scientist, something that the 8th is sorely lacking, whose name is Viktor Licht. He actually looks very familiar. Do you guys remember, Joker? Several episodes ago was talking to a dude about, starting some shit up, and we had that little jar full of the ash. Yeah, that was this dude, and not only is he in league with Joker, but he's also like a underling of Hajime Industries, so is he a spy? I don't know, probably. I mean, I'm guessing, I'm assuming. The dude is shady as shit, literally goes for Shinra's, the Adala burst legs, getting all handsy with him and shit. I know, it's creepy, but he does bring up a good point, like you can't rely on Captain Hibana, for the rest of your life. Eventually you're gonna have to get a scientist and an engineer. Speaking of engineer, they do have someone in mind. It seems that there is some kind of legendary engineer that is almost impossible to get, yet his skills are just absolutely remarkable. His name is Vulcan, and he has no interest in the Fire Force whatsoever. So Captain Obi gives Shinra, Arthur, and Iris the mission to go, talk to him, feel him out, be genuine, be honest, don't show up in your Fire Force duds, because like I said, he hates that. Don't lie to the dude, because obviously he's gonna be fucking smarter than shit if he's a, world-class engineer, quoted as being like fucking the best. Be genuine, be honest, and just let him know what the fuck's up. So the group makes their way to Vulcan's scrapyard, and we just see this heap and pile of junk. Well, junk in my eyes can be treasure in someone else's. This dude, there's a reason where he has a lot of recycled material, but honestly, they don't even make it past the door. A simple knock saying, hey, we just want to talk. And of course, Arthur, being Arthur, so dim-witted, decides to announce the fact that he is a Fire Force soldier. He is the Night King, second class. He gets a can of tea or pop or whatever in the face. Shinra gets one. Luckily, Vulcan, he stayed his wrist, didn't chuck shit at Iris, because I would have jumped through the fucking screen and beat his ass. But nonetheless, it seems that this mission's gonna be a little bit harder than they thought. I mean, hell, they just literally ran into a barrage of canned beverages just by announcing the fact that they're Fire Force. So it even seems Shinra's giving up, like, let's head out, and then they meet Yu. Now, Yu is his self-proclaimed apprentice, and he has a job. Like I said earlier, this is a scrapyard because it seems someone in particular has cut off the supply to, new parts to Vulcan, because much like the 8th, they want him to. So it's Yu's job to go around and, hit up all the vendors, get all the parts, so Vulcan, can do what he does best, and that's build. We get some information about him. Like I said, Fire Force doesn't like them. Hajime doesn't like them. You can tell that Shinra, Arthur, and Iris are not the typical Fire Force soldiers. Obviously, they have done their rounds. Fire Force has been here before. They've tried to recruit him, like I said earlier, but he's just, he's against the Fire Force. But Yu sees that they're different, so he says, you know what, screw this, I'm gonna help you guys, I'm gonna introduce you guys, try to talk him into it and whatever. So we make it past the door. We see that in our first image we get is a hand cocked with a canned tea already, and Shinra is having flashbacks earlier into the episode. Nope, it's some kind of device, some kind of a mechanical arm rigged up to chuck these things. Then he sees another one. Well, this one's attached to a girl. Yes, it seems there's another person in this building by the name of Lisa. We find out later in the episode that she was actually, orphaned. Her parents were killed by infernals, and even the place she was living at, basically got taken away. So she was literally living in a scrapyard in a whole heap of a car. So Vulcan took her in, and now she lives there. We get our first real good look at Vulcan, without his giant skull mask. He's sitting there fixing what looks like an engine and proceeds to kick it, where much to Shinra and Arthur's shock, like, hey man, you're gonna break it. Well, you know what? If it breaks after a single kick, it's not really a high quality machine now, is it? I build shit to last. Definitely can't say that nowadays. But now, before Shinra and Arthur and Iris really get into into, explaining what the hell's going on. It seems there's another visitor. Yes, another member of the Fire Force. This one is the creepy dude. This one's the captain. This one is, I've got my eyes set on him. It's Captain of the Third, Giovanni. Now I've alluded to this several times already, but Vulcan does not like Hajime and does not like the Fire Force. And it seems the reason why is standing right in front of his face right now. His grandfather and his father were killed. Now, his grandfather only had 2 apprentices. It was Vulcan's father and Giovanni. Vulcan believes Giovanni has something to do with their deaths, and Giovanni is an underling or commissioned or whatever, works with Hajime Industries. Therefore, this is the reason where Vulcan does not like Hajime and the Fire Force. And in this conversation between the two, we see that Vulcan is still saying, no, I don't want anything to do with you. Giovanni's not having any of this shit, like, hey, you stay here, you basically, you're asking to die. I mean, he's getting pretty dingy with this assault, this verbal assault he's doing. I mean, I get the intent to kill. Like, you're just gonna waste your life away, like just come to nothing, like you're never gonna amount to anything. I've cut off the supply already. Like, we know he's the reason behind where he can't get any fucking parts. All because he wants Vulcan's, this amazing engineering ability under his wing, and in turn probably under Hajime Industries' wing. So it's like, this dude is shady as shit. But of course, like I said, Vulcan's not having any of it. So fuck you, I'm staying here, I'm building what I want. I do not want to be told what to do, by who, whatever. And he sends Giovanni on his way, but not before he gets in one last jab, basically indicating shit's about to go down. Back inside, we see Shinra, Arthur, and Iris are trying to talk to him at the same time, being themselves. Iris is literally pressing every shiny red button she can find, just fucking hilarious. Arthur breaks something that literally starts pissing itself and just won't stop. He goes, can I have this? I want this. He goes, no, you guys, I understand you're different than the usual Fire Force, but I'm still, I'll show you one thing and then you guys have to leave. And this is where we're getting a huge piece of information. Huge, something I didn't even think about, didn't even realize, but it's kind of obvious going back. This device that he decides to show the group basically makes a virtual like hologram projector, whatever, and it shows, under the sea, it shows fish, it shows whales, it shows elephants. It's this giant, ecosystem in, a 3D program showing all the animals, I guess, used to exist. Yes, in this world, there seems, once this fire, this unstoppable, combustion shit started going on, I guess tons of animals died. They don't even know what geese are. The migratory birds, they can't even tell what the fuck those are, let alone elephants and whales and fish. And it seems that Vulcan's dream is to protect them in a way, to change the world to the pact to where, Amaterasu only works for, people in the Empire, but what about everyone else? What about, all the wildlife? What about everything we lost? I want to change the world back to the point where, the animals that were, brought to the brink of extinction or have been extinct, like I want to bring them back. Like, I want to save the animals. That's what this person's dream is. That's what Vulcan, strives to do. And we see Shinra fucking get a smile over that. Like, this man is perfect for the 8th. I mean, his dream is a very unselfish one. Literally wants to change the world for the better. He goes, we said that fucking grin on his face, like, I have to have this dude. This dude is perfect for the 8th. Come on, man. Come back with us. Come meet Captain Obi at least. Like you have to talk to him. You have to see that we are different. We're here to save the world. But again, he's not having any of that shit. And this is where we get a little more information from Lisa. Ending out the episode, though, we get another instance of, Shinra's legs are acting up again. I believe, was this the Adala link in the last episode? I'm not 100% sure, but the intent to kill. He feels Giovanni is around somewhere and his intent to do harm. We see this little image of Giovanni, like, kill Vulcan. Like, now we know for a fact, like, this dude is like, if I can't have him, if Hajime Industries can't have him, then no one fucking will. And we see this awesome, like, silhouette, black face, white teeth, white eyes of Shinra at the very end saying, guys, gear up. Shit is about to get real. I can feel it. It's coming. Ugh. Like I said, today's episode is fucking amazing. Fire Force has just been a fucking banger since day one. Yes, it's got off to a rough start, and then we had the hiatus for a while, but honestly, I'm just overjoyed by this series. It's just, honestly, this and Dr. Stone and just everything on Fridays are just fucking amazing. The new opening, like I said, I'm not a big fan of heavier, what would you call it, heavy metal? I don't know. First, OP would probably be my go down as my favorite. It matched the actual animation good, and it matched everything perfectly, and I got the goosebumps just listening to it. This one, it's good. I will say that the animation I feel is a little bit better than the opening one, but like it's good, and it alludes to a lot of stuff. Everyone complains about Black Clover giving away huge things. I saw it coming, but damn, I do not want to see Sho and Shinra battle. Like, that's what we get at the very end of the opening, is those two battling it out. We see some some new members gear up. Yes, we see some familiar faces as well as some new ones. So there's a lot going down in the opening. Not only that, but we get to meet, like I say, our potential new members. We have Viktor, Licht, who the only reason I know how to pronounce that name is because of Black Cover. But moving forward, he's shady as fucking shit. I can't tell what he wants. I can't tell who he's truly working for. I highly doubt Joker's part of Hajima, but is Joker part of Hajima? I have no fucking clue. But he's under, we've seen exploits of both of them, you know, so is he a spy? Is he a double spy? Is he a fucking triple spy? I have no clue, but his intentions looks are fucking shaky at best, but it looks like he is going after Shinra, or at least the Adala burst. Not only all that, we get Vulcan. Now, Vulcan is an interesting character with another one of those giant dreams that I hope comes true. And everything we've seen so far about him looks fucking amazing. I like his backstory. I hope we get more information about, like, you know, just overall information about him. I hope he joins up with it, because like I said, his dream just aligns with everyone else's, the Captain Obi's, Arthur, Shinra, like everyone in the he's perfect fit for the 8th. And like I said, Giovanni, another shady motherfucker. It looks like he is out for blood. Like I said, if he can't have him, no one can. And is this leading to a battle? Do I want to see a battle in the scrapyard? I kind of do. I really do. I want to see something awesome. I want to see something awesome. But like I said, today's episode was a banger. So with the potential fight in the next one, I honestly cannot wait for future episodes.